prime funeral. Today's scripture and insight. Genesis chapter 50 verses 1 to 13. Then Joseph, leaning over his father's face, wept and kissed him. He commanded his servants who were physicians to embalm his father. So they embalmed Israel. They took 40 days to complete this, for embalming takes that long, and the Egyptians mourned for him 70 days. When the days of mourning were over, Joseph said to Pharaoh's household, "If I have found favor with you, please tell Pharaoh that my father made me take an oath, saying, 'I am about to die. You must bury me there in the tomb that I made for myself in the land of Canaan. Now let me go and bury my father. Then I will return.' So Pharaoh said, 'Go and bury your father in keeping with your oath.' Then Joseph went to bury his father, and all Pharaoh's servants, the elders of his household, and all the elders of the land of Egypt went with him, along with all Joseph's family, his brothers, and his father's family. Only their dependents, their flocks, and their herds were left in the land of Goshen. Horses and chariots went up with him. It was a very impressive procession. When they reached the threshing floor of Atad, which is across the Jordan, they lamented and wept loudly, and Joseph mourned 7 days for his father. When the Canaanite inhabitants of the land saw the mourning at the threshing floor of Atad, they said, 'This is a solemn mourning on the part of the Egyptians.' Therefore the place is named Abel Mizraim. It is across the Jordan. So Jacob's sons did for him what he had commanded them. They carried him to the land of Canaan and buried him in the cave at Machpelah in the field near Mamre, which Abraham had purchased as burial property from Ephron the Hethite. Genesis chapter 50 verses 1 to 13 CSB. Jacob died and was buried as he had requested. Joseph arranged it all, ensuring that Jacob was embalmed after the style of Egyptian royalty, 50-3. The entire nation mourned for Jacob 70 days, 50-3, a phenomenal show of respect that proves how dearly beloved Joseph was among the Egyptians. When the days of mourning were over, 50-4, Joseph obeyed his father's dying wishes, bringing his body back to the land of Canaan for burial, 50-5. The funeral procession was very impressive, 50-9, which is an understatement, with all Pharaoh's servants, the elders of his household, and all the elders of the land of Egypt joining with all Joseph's family, 50-7-8. The scene would have been jaw-dropping. In fact, it was such a spectacular caravan that the Canaanite inhabitants of the land renamed one of their cities because of it, 50-11. Please like, share, subscribe.